Welcome back to another Games Revealed weekly news session. I'm here. I am going to explain all the great news that's happened in the last week. Let's just a little sneak peek. There's a little bit of old news we need to wrap up with the Switch Pro being rumored. Resident Evil movie has a new name now, and the free games coming to Xbox and PlayStation are going to be pretty good. Now, before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe and bash that bell with your crowbar to be reminded when we post every week. So, let's get into it. With that Switch Pro news, we missed out on a little bit last week. I am super excited because I am a big Switch fan, and I'm hoping that all the stuff I don't like about the Switch gets fixed in the new version of the system. It's definitely rumored to be a Switch Pro, not a Switch 2 or anything like that, meaning it's going most likely to be backwards compatible. There might be some games that come out for it that won't be backwards compatible, but nonetheless, it sounds like it's going to be, for the most part, backwards compatible. Now, with that, let's go into some of the little juicy bits here. A little phrase from Tyson. They're going to be using a new NVIDIA chip, just like the last one, which is going to support DLSS, and that helps to upscale to 4K. With that, that's what all the new systems right now are getting. It helps so that it can be 1080, but then it looks 4K, and supposedly the technology looks amazing. So that is just one good step towards our graphics upgrade for the Pro. OLED screen also included. That makes me super excited. It's going to be brighter than ever, good darks, and it's should be able to see it fairly decent out in the light of day, just like where I'm at. So, also the Joy-Cons will most likely. It looks like there's some new patents coming out for the Joy-Cons, so they should be improved. Hopefully, I think the Joy-Cons are great as is, but they could be a little bit more ergonomic. So here's still hoping for that. Also, the release looks like it's going to be 2021 during the holiday season. So this year, in just 6 months, it's not going to happen. It's going to happen in no time. So I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping it's also easier to get than the current generation, because it is a nightmare. It is expected to cost between $349 and $399, which might be pricey for some. For me, if it gives me all those stuff I want in a Switch, I am willing to pay that price. Now, for what I want, which we've already covered most of that, all they have to do is make the graphics better, at least good enough to play the next gen games that are coming out, because some of the newer games that have come out for even PlayStation 4 just doesn't quite they don't run very well or smooth. They chug along in the Switch, and so I'm hoping, and it is rumored that it should be much closer of a graphical leap to PS5 and Xbox Series X, so we'll find out. Not sure about that yet, but that's what the rumor is. I also hope that they have Bluetooth support for headphones, because that is one thing I am missing. I really hope they have that. And then better controllers. So, to be honest, everything that's really rumored, I don't think there's much rumor on the Bluetooth side, but everything else seems like it should be coming. So here's to hoping to that. Now, going on to a next little piece of news. This one, it can be both sad and good. Sad in that the team that are working over at CD Projekt Red, working on Cyberpunk 2077, then they've been working their butts off for 3 months. Whether or not how you want to look at it, they've probably been crunching this whole time. They've hit 1.2 patch, and there's mixed reviews on it. There's over 500 fixes in it, tweaks and fixes. And however you want to look at it, that's a lot of fixes. And for the PC people, at least for me, I was able to play it fairly well. Yeah, I had a couple quests towards the end that started really going kind of crazy, and I had to restart, but I was able to finish the game. Here's to hoping that we'll be able to finish, or that console players, especially on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, will be able to play the game without less bugs. It says, like, critics are still saying there's still some issues with it. You might want to wait. I'm saying there's no better time to jump into Cyberpunk 2077 right now. And so if you've been waiting, and I bet you this is going to be the soonest you're going to be able to jump in without any major bugs harming. It still sounds like there's also a lot of work that needs to be done, but It also sounds like that team is killing it, and they're going to keep on killing it, and eventually it will be good. Sad, but, you know, we know what the state of the game is now, so it's on you if you buy it now. So wait if you want to be a great Witcher 3 kind of esque game where everything's kind of polished, or play it now, because it's not a bad time. I enjoyed it, just expect bugs. Free games for Xbox, they will be Vikings Wolves of Midgard. April 1st to the 30th is when it's going to be available. Truck Racing Championship, available April 16th to May 15th. Dark Void, available April 1st to 15th. Hard Corps Uprising, available April 16th to the 30th. As for PlayStation, they are getting Oddworld Soulstorm PS5 on the PS5, Days Gone on the PS4, Zombie Army 4 Dead War PS4. That is what's coming out for the consoles. It's not a bad lineup, to be honest. So here's to hoping that we get better games for the next month. And if we get the same quality, not a bad thing. PC-wise, a lot of indies games coming to the Epic Store, so keep an eye on that. You can always go to the indie store or to the Epic Store. They usually announce there's a little more sporadically, but don't miss out, because the Epic Store, it's free, doesn't require a subscription, and you get tons of free stuff. Never hurts to be a PC gamer. And then one last thing, the Resident Evil movie reboot will be called Welcome to Raccoon City, and it's going to be combining the first two games and aiming for the tone of Resident Evil 2 Remake, which, that's all good and said because it's a game movie, so we'll see, but that is a good sign for me. If they can make it as good as those, awesome. On to some releases. We don't have any definitive ratings for this game yet, but Outriders has come out, and it is definitely one of those ones that has mixed reactions. It looks like a lot of the news agents, the news places like IGN and whatnot, they're having some issues deciding on whether or not they like it. It sounds like some critics like it, other critics think it's boring after 13 hours. Yeah, that definitely doesn't give me a lot of hope for the game, but without everyone's agreeing on, there's server issues. Just crazy amounts of server issues. And so I would not recommend buying it right now. I would recommend waiting a week or two until they iron all those out. And then if you really want the game, buy it. And hopefully we'll have a better rating in the future. Also, with some just quick little wrapping up news, Super Mario Brothers sealed copy breaks auction record becomes most valuable game collectible ever at $660,000. So, if you're thinking about it like I am, I'm going to start wrapping up all my broken games, put them in a box, and I'm going to wait 20 years. I'm going to sell them. I know that one's not broken, but you never know. Maybe broken's the new in the future. So it never hurts to just hoard all your stuff, and maybe that's someday it will just be gold. But probably not. Moving on, The Last of Us HBO series is reportedly beginning to film in Calgary in July 2021, and it's expected to be done in 2022. And hopefully it's going to be out, because that's a series that I'm not sure about, but if HBO is going to make a good game series, I mean, it's not a game movie, so there's always that curse. If it's a game movie, it's usually bad, but TV series like The Witcher, which they just wrapped up their season 2 of filming, so it should be coming out soonish once they get done editing and all that stuff, and that's good news. Even though it's not based on the game, it's based on the books, it's still an amazing series, and anyone that is a true Witcher fan will love that season 2, I guarantee it. But I can't guarantee it because I haven't seen it yet, but season 1 was great. So, with that, toss a coin to your Witcher. I can't even say it right, that's how bad it is. But thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, dislike if you didn't like how short this was. That's a little bit shorter of a week. But if you liked it, like it. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Later!